Hello all, welcome to MTC Journey episode 1. Today we have an energetic Toastmaster Kavitha, and she is working as a Scrum Master in a software company and she has 12 years of IT experience. Her hobbies are video making, composition and singing. Without any further delay, let's have Toastmaster Kavitha on this virtual dais. Hello ma'am, good morning.
Hi Deepak, good morning.
So thanks for making this happen and for making your presence in this first episode. So without any further delay, let's move on to our questions. So what is Toastmaster for you and when did you join Madras Toastmasters Club, ma'am?
Okay, I joined Madras Toastmasters Club before 5 years. It is a very interesting journey from then onwards. But when I joined, my husband was already a Toastmaster in Madras Toastmasters Club. So if you remember the 2015 floods in Chennai, that is something unforgettable. And he was a Toastmaster in Madras Toastmasters Club and I was into a corporate club. So he kept telling me, why don't you join MTC? It's really, very fun. A lot of people with different backgrounds, and it's always edge, it's an edge to join a community club rather than a corporate club. So 2015, during the floods, CIT Nagar is a very low-lying area and there's so much of water around. He said he's going to go to the club to meet, to attend a meeting. I was telling him, what are you even talking about? This flood, there's water all around, it's raining heavily. Do you think the meeting is going to happen? He said, let me just give it a try. Let me go and see. And the meeting happened.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, and the meeting happened. He came only after 1. So I was the whole thing, the passion they show in this club and the people around, how they consider this meeting as really important thing. So the offices were also not functioning at that time. So but the meeting happened. So that the people around in the club, the passion they show for this Toastmastering gave me that motivation to join. So I told him, okay, definitely I'm going to join this club. I'm going to have a lot of very passionate Toastmasters there. And MTC has never disappointed me. And yeah, it has been a very good journey. And Toastmastering, if you ask me, I thought it's only about public speaking. So, but it is much more than that. So it is not just public speaking. I came to only improve my communication skills, but it is not just about public speaking. It is much more than that. It makes you a better version of yourself, I would say.
Wow. You had an amazing story for how did you join Madras Toastmasters Club. It's nice, ma'am. So as you said, you have been in Toastmaster for past 5 years. So we'd like to know how this club helped you in your personal and professional growth.
Okay, professionally, I'm a Scrum Master, so I have to conduct calls, I have to attend a lot of calls, answer customers. So it is a part of my profession. So, definitely communication is a very, very important thing, and I work on different projects. It is not the same project, same customer. So every few months I keep changing projects. So every time I'll have to get that impression during the calls. So Toastmasters really helped me there. Getting that first impression during a call, yes. Having it brought about a lot of confidence in me. Not just public speaking, but that confidence will come only when you keep doing it, right? Yes. So when you attend meetings regularly, when you give speeches regularly, when you evaluate people and you keep improving day by day, eventually you become a better speaker. Without your knowledge, you cannot just stop yourself from becoming a better person, a confident person. So in meetings, definitely it helped me out in presentations and all. It really helped me out. And personally, if you see, evaluations we do in Toastmasters, right? That helps me personally very much. So I know how to point out something that is not right in a subtle way. That is something I learned from Toastmasters. This is a very difficult thing to do, right? You should not hurt somebody, but you will have to point out what you wanted to say. Bringing that point out, even in professional life, it helped me out that way. And in personal life with my spouse, especially with my kids, it helps. These days, kids are very sensitive, right?
Yes.
To point out the mistake in a subtle way is very, very important. So that way, evaluations help me a lot. And table topics, definitely talking on the spot is something we do every day, but we don't do it properly because we are not used to it. So table topics help me there. I used to be very scared of table topics 5 years ago. If you ask me to go and talk to a new person, I would be really scared. And if you call me for table topics, I would feel like running out of that place. That was the feeling 5 years ago. And now I'm really looking forward to talk to new people, being a VP membership, playing a VP membership role. And I would always look forward if somebody calls me for a table topic. It very rarely happens,
Yes,
right?
I can also relate to that. Actually, I pinged you during the meeting. You said, "Yeah, I'm okay." That's your interest. I was really shocked actually at that time. How she's suddenly accepted my request, and you also tackled very well in that meeting. So it shows how your passion and interest towards Toastmastering.
Yeah, very rarely people call me for table topics, right? I was glad that you called me. So this is the type of change it brought about, I would say.
Sure, ma'am, sure. As you said, and the evaluation part, it's really true, because as you said, even children as well as many people are also very sensitive towards this evaluation. Feedback is very, very important in all the places, as you said. So glad it helped you in all your personal and professional growth. So moving forward, I personally really liked all of your speeches, ma'am, and it inspires us. So when do you start preparing? How do your mentor helps you in all this journey, ma'am? Okay. Because me as a fresh emerging Toastmasters, we something like, so suppose let's say I have my speech slot in next week, I will be like fearing. So oh my God, I have to prepare script. Oh my God, I have to practice well. So that fear is skilliness. So what's your suggestion, and how do you prepare?
Okay, that fear will always be there. No matter how long you had been in Toastmasters, that doesn't really matter. Even after 10 years into Toastmasters, you definitely have that fear, and it is good in a way. So you can make use of that fear to do it really well. So the key to preparing is preparing as early as possible, writing the script as early as possible, especially when it comes to contest speeches. The spark of the speech, you say, right? So that goes in my mind immediately after the announcement comes. They announce, right? There's going to be a contest. At that time itself, I start thinking of so many stories, and I pick one of them, and it keeps running in my mind. So that way you are close to the script. You always keep thinking about it, and you are very close to the script. It is not something foreign to you. It is close to your heart now. And once you start writing it, you should keep practicing. That is the only key. So for the area contest, I remember 45 times I practiced without seeing, and 3 times with a video recording, since we are doing it on Zoom. So that really helps. This video recording, especially during Zoom meetings, you take a video of yourself talking, you tend to see a lot of mistakes. You don't even have to ask anybody. If you see, you will see that which are the expressions you have played too, given too much of stress, and it should be done in a subtle way. There are things which should have been overplayed and you have underplayed. So this type of things, when you record and see, it gives a lot of clarity. So that is about speech preparation, and adding humor to the speech is really very, very important. So in recent days, I had been doing that. I always like to see people laugh at my jokes, but it never really happens. Right from my childhood, if you see, yes, people don't laugh at my jokes. So I have failed miserably several times. Since you are a new member, you might not know. So failure is the key to success, right? So you should keep learning from your failures. There were humorous speeches where I had failed miserably. Like when I say something very funny, there were people looking at me like that, and you don't know how to react. So there were very funny speeches that way. So I learned from my mistakes. I know. I think key to humorous speech is you should know your audience. Only if they're able to relate to your speech, you will be able to make them laugh.
Yes,
so if they cannot relate to your speech, then there is no way that they are going to laugh at your jokes. So that is why in humorous speeches, if you see, we talk about Toastmasters itself. Because 75% of the audience will be Toastmasters, so they can easily relate to it. And many of the speeches, you see, they talk about Toastmasters stuff, things interesting that go inside the Toastmasters meeting and all in humorous speeches. So that way, I think these are the tips that come to my mind. And humorous speeches definitely should not hurt somebody. Even the person being trolled should be able to laugh.
Sure,
so these are the things. It is easier to troll yourself in a humorous speech.
Sure.
So that way it is easier. So these are the things that come to my mind right now when you talk about preparing and presenting. And you spoke about mentors, right?
Yes.
You were asking about mentors. So Rupesh was my mentor. He's not in our club now. Rupesh was my mentor, and he's such a very friendly mentor. So I used to send scripts, and he used to review it. And once it comes from him, so for me, my husband is also a Toastmaster. He's the area H2 director, Arun Kumar. So the speech first goes to him. He does first review, and it goes to the next level, and then it goes to Rupesh, Toastmaster Rupesh, and then the suggestion he gives really helped me to bring the script to the next level. So the introduction, conclusion, I used to write a script, but I didn't know about the nuances during the Compete and Communicator days.
Okay.
So until CC10, he was really very helpful. So he used to get into details and give a lot of suggestions, which helped me take the script to the next level. And even after the speech, he would come and tell me, okay, these were the things you really did well. But I really miss Toastmaster Rupesh now. He's not in a club, but those days from CC1 to CC10, the way he had reviewed my script and encouraged me to present in a way that I really improved because of Toastmaster Rupesh. The suggestions he gave really helped. And after that, after Rupesh left, it was DTM Sridhar.
Okay.
DTM Sridhar sir, during my ACB days, he reviewed my scripts, and he gets into very minute details. So he would say, if you say this way, it will reach the audience. Okay. And his humorous speeches are really, really good. You wouldn't know that he is capable of humorous speeches, but his humorous speeches are really, really good. Very, very inspiring. It inspired me a lot to add humor in my speech. So DTM Sridhar sir itself is a very inspiring personality. So he's a very soft-spoken person. You can go and ask any suggestion to him, and the way he reviews your script, and after your speech, the way he gives inputs and all is a very experienced Toastmaster and very inspiring person. So these two people brought about a lot of change during my Toastmastering journey, and it made my journey very interesting as well, and made me a better speaker, I would say. And Toastmaster Arun, though he was not my mentor, he really helped me there. It's not in the records, it is not official, but I should definitely say that his role was very, very important.
Sure, thank you. As you said,
go ahead.
Rupesh only introduced me Toastmaster clubs, Madras Toastmasters Club. That is how I joined MTC, man. So happy to know that.
Okay.
And also we know that you went maternity leave during this journey. So how did you tackle this, ma'am? How did you come back to MTC?
Okay, I was playing a few roles in the XCOM at that time. That is when I became pregnant. So it is always expected to move up the ladder, right, when you are in XCOM. So fortunately or unfortunately, it happened. I had to step down from the XCOM. I was the treasurer at that time. Usually treasurer roles go for 1 year, right?
Yes.
So I was able to do only for 6 months. But one good thing is, my professionally, I took 1 year maternity leave. 1 year including loss of pay and stuff. But in Toastmasters, I took only 3 months actual break. Break in the sense I was still renewing my membership,
Okay.
But the actual break was only for 3 months. So in the sense, I gave my CC10 2 weeks before my delivery.
Okay.
So
shows you
that is when, and there were people who were pushing me to do that.
Okay.
I never thought that this would be even possible, because during the last few months I was having breathlessness and contractions and all. When I talked to person near me, my voice used to be very feeble. So my mom and all my people, even in my home, used to ask, like, how are you even going to deliver a speech? You are not even able to talk. But I remember VP Education Rajeshwar Rao at that time, Toastmaster Rajeshwar Rao, he said, you have to finish your CC10 before leaving. I don't know. Because that will be a motivation for you to come back
sure.
to receive your CC completion certificate, CC completion certificate. Otherwise, you're never going to do your CC10. And CC10 is not a 5 to 7 minute speech. It is a longer speech. So talking for a long time loudly in front of the crowd on the stage with all that breathlessness was a very, very challenging experience. I never thought I would really do it. But after doing it, I came to know, okay, you have to try certain things. It was a big learning for me. So you have to try to actually know whether you're capable or not. You cannot just decide you cannot do it. So that was a big motivation for me to come back. So I should really be thankful to Toastmaster Rajeshwar Rao for pushing me to do that before going on. He knows that it is very close and I'm in my last few months, but still he said you have to complete it before going. And one more person who helped me to come back to Toastmasters is Toastmaster Madhupriya. So first 3 months, if you see, I was totally, it was a cesarean section. I was totally into a different world for 3 months. After that, she kept giving me roles. I started coming after 3 months. I gave my ACB 1, but I was not very regular to club. I was still attending club meetings, but I was not very regular. So Madhupriya kept asking me for taking up roles. Okay, she would give some very important role during some important meeting. For example, I remember for Women's Day, she gave me table topic master. I couldn't deny. I know that I have to take care of my kid and I have to do some arrangement there to come to the club. But when somebody treats you as a very important person, you always tend to come back, right? You tend to somehow manage the situation and come back. So that way, Toastmaster Madhupriya played a very, very important role for me to come back. So I remember I had my very, very young baby, some 4-5 months baby. I brought her to the club and I played the table topic master role. So those are very memories to cherish, I would say. I brought my mom along with me.
Oh, so, nice, nice.
Yeah, so these things happened because of people like Toastmaster Madhupriya. And Toastmaster Arun played a vital role there. So I thought, okay, 6 months anyway, I will not be attending the meeting. So I thought, why should I renew for this 6 months? But he said, if you don't renew, you will not come back. Okay, you keep renewing, you attend meetings as much as possible, but don't decide to not renew. Anyway, I am going to renew for you. So why do you even bother? So that way, Toastmaster Arun played a very, very important. The first step was Toastmaster Arun. The second step was Toastmaster Madhupriya. And that is how I was able to manage this. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I would have been able to. So the very special thing about Toastmasters is that people keep pushing you. They are not going to gain anything out of it, right?
Yes,
it's not their gain at all. But you mutually grow and you mutually help each other. Yes. That is the positive environment you have in Toastmasters will actually make you a better person. So the books you read, the people you meet make you a better person. So I believe in that very strongly. So,
sure.
That really created the difference.
You brought this very beautifully, ma'am. Really, I liked your answer. And the final words for budding Toastmasters like me, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm very much inspired by young people.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by young people like you and Toastmaster Lakshmi and all. So you're very enthusiastic, right? You should streamline your enthusiasm and it really helps. So coming regularly to club, that is the key point. So there if we fail, we fail everywhere. Yeah, somehow you be committed. See, if you see DTM Rao sir, in these 10 years, you can count the number of days he had not attended. So
Yes,
being consistent like him is something everybody wants to be, but that is out of the world. That is something very different. His passion is at a different level, but taking him as an inspiration, we can at least try to attend meetings regularly. That is the key thing. You keep attending meetings, keep giving speeches. At least one speech per month should be our target.
Okay.
And keep volunteering for table topics, keep giving evaluations. So if you keep doing this for continuously 6 months, you will see that you cannot stop yourself from improving. So nobody can stop you from becoming a better speaker. That is one thing. This is only related to communication track. When it comes to leadership, any given opportunity to you, just grab it. So it doesn't come very easily. Okay, you might think because it is given to you, you might think that it comes easily, but it is not like that. You have a club with lots of people. When any, for example, a contest master, a contest chair, or any big role is given to you, just grab that opportunity. And it is very, very pressurizing, especially contest chair and all is very, very pressurizing. So when I was given for an area contest last year, contest chair, I had no clue what to do, because the whole thing is in your shoulder and you have to drive the show, but there will be people to help you. But in the end, you should be the person who's doing it, right? That is why you are given the role. So it will be very much pressurizing, but in the end, the journey will be very interesting. But you will really like it, and in the end, there will be lots of learning. So that is the key thing. So when any such role is given, I remember Toastmaster Paneer gave me this role, contest chair. So he said, okay, you take it up. I was with my 2 kids and I was managing to come to Toastmasters. And when given this role, I thought I was hesitant a little bit in the beginning. I thought, will I be able to do it with 2 kids and all? But I thought, okay, this opportunity is given to me, let me grab it. So that way, so any given opportunity, just grab it. That is the only thing I would say. And coming regularly to club, giving speeches itself is very big, and taking things very sincerely will really help. Not just with whatever your capability, but go beyond your capability and prove. For instance, Toastmaster Jay and all, when I was the secretary, he was taking over for the next term as a secretary. So he took the whole role to a different level.
Okay.
So only then I came to know, okay, these things also can be done in this role. So small changes you do in a given role will make a big difference. Even sergeant at arms, when I was sergeant at arms, it is not just opening the meeting and closing the meeting. It is also about engaging people and all. I used to give riddles during the break. Okay. So people might feel sleepy and all after the break, but after a riddle they would refresh. So small improvements and small innovations here and there will really help. So for the budding Toastmasters like you and others in the club, I would say just keep attending meetings regularly, grab every opportunity and excel more. Always think of going beyond your boundaries rather than sticking to boundaries.
Thank you so much for your time and your answers, man. It really inspires us. And yeah, ma'am. So thank you for your time. Happy Toastmastering, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak. It was really great talking to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a very good initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.